I'm going to check it out.
I just hit the button, Harry.
You hit the button. So what's on your mind tonight?
A bunch of stuff that we already talked about.
I'm going to make noise, but I'll mute it as fast as I can. Oh, that's cool. Michael McReynolds,
So,
drone shots.
yeah, uh, Jody, drone shots, uh, Michael McReynolds,
TJ.
somebody else. There's TJ. Hi, TJ. We're just in here. I had a little buzz. I've had a few beers. Hi, Michael. I don't know. With all that's going on, I just got this wild and crazy idea to go live and see what everybody's thinking about. You know, um, I hope everybody's had some good weather. It's been hot as Hades here in Florida, but hey, that's nothing new. Florida in
Well,
the summertime is always hot.
we still got some smoke left over from those damn Canadians.
Oh, do you? It's not their fault. I mean, shit burns,
No,
you
I feel
know.
bad for them.
I
I guess
feel bad
Justin.
that they have Justin Trudeau as their prime freaking minister.
I
Yeah,
don't think he's doing a very good job.
I think he sucks. He's a communist. But anyway, that all aside, I mean, California is just as bad because all the environmentalists they don't like what do they call it? Controlled burns. They do controlled burns here in Florida all the time.
Yeah, that's what helps.
Yeah, because those little palmetto bushes and stuff, when they dry out, they you might as well throw gasoline on them. Just one lightning strike and poof, it all goes up in flames, you know, and then it doesn't. Excuse me. Then it doesn't stop.
Yeah, they
I
said
can't.
the worst thing we did was that Smokey the Bear thing because we let it build up. But we learned our lesson.
Hey, Space Rangers recording studio. You know my name, obviously. You must have changed yours. Yeah, I know you did, Michael. Hey, Maddie, young sir, thank you. I'll take it. It's a
Space
good idea.
Rangers.
I'm just, I don't know how to heard. I haven't been live in a while, and there's a lot of stuff stirring around, and I'm not just, I mean, yeah, y'all know me. I kind of do the when you get old, like me, you tend to pay a little more attention to politics and stuff. So I'm trying not to delve too deep into that. But it seems like everything is politics these days. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I feel bad for Anheuser-Busch, don't get me wrong, but they let some wokester make a commercial and like the saying goes, you go woke and you go broke.
No, they're trying to steamroll everybody into believing what they want you to believe, and people just had enough.
Yeah,
You got
they don't like 1% of the population shoving a
Less
bunch
than
of
that.
crap
Less
down
than
their
that.
throat.
Yeah. And they say the percentages are going up. Well, gee, I wonder why. Stop drinking the water.
I think they're drinking Kool-Aid. I mean, I'm not a big fan of water unless it has barley and hops in it, but
Disney's going down too. I
oh,
mean, the movies
absolutely.
they're making are unbelievable. Now they're going to change the Seven Dwarfs, Snow White, and the Seven Dwarfs. Have you
I'm
heard about
trying
that?
to think. Yeah, there was a funny meme about that, and damn it, now I can't think what it was, but it's seven Snow White and the seven.
It was something like Snow White and the Village People. That's what it was.
What? No, well, I didn't hear that one,
It was something like that.
but it was just as bad.
Why
Yeah, it
can't
was.
they leave old stuff alone?
Well, I mean, all of these uh, reworked movies, redos of the same freaking story, and then they messed with it and they screwed it all up.
Yeah, because the box office is sucking. I don't know how well did that Toy Story thing go, where the space guy and the cowboy were gay.
Yeah, Buzz Lightyear.
What was the other guy? Hank or I forget now. Woody. Woody.
What? Somebody
No,
raped Woody?
no. Woody was the name of the cowboy.
Right, I know Woody was the name of the cowboy. I thought you said he got raped.
Oh no,
Who who was the perpetrator? Was it Buzz?
must have been or the Hungry Hippo.
Poor. I feel bad for Woody. You would have thought Woody would have been the one doing the raping just because of his name.
Oh, I don't know. Now you're gonna make me lose it. Oh,
They should hire us to make a storyline for a movie, Bob. We could do as
it's,
good a job as they can.
no, I can't come up with woke characters. I don't know how they come up with them.
Can you imagine? Okay, it's funny because I was watching. I got caught in this loop of shows from I don't know. It must have been the 50s, 60s. Is there anybody out there? I bet Michael remembers. Jody maybe. Um, the Dean Martin roast, where Dean Martin would do these shows called Man of the Hour or something like that. And they have people like Don Rickles on there, um, all these other old comedians that the things that they said in these YouTube videos, they would have been canceled immediately these days.
Oh, Don Rickles especially.
Do you remember like Nipsey Russell and black guys like that would be on there? and what's his name? Don Rickles is like, oh, I'm great. I'm glad to see some of these other black guys up here on the panel. Hey, Nipsey, would you clean that up when we're done here? You know, it's just stuff like that. It's like, wow. And it was just blowing my mind. It was just blowing my mind. What? It was hilarious. It was funny. And all the other, I mean, like the black people, they thought it was funny too. Whereas today, they'd all be outraged. You know, and it's just like,
Imagine Archie Bunker on now.
oh yeah, one of the roasts was about um, what what was Archie Bunker's real name?
Carol O'Connor.
Yes, exactly correct. He was in one of them. He was on one of them too, and it was hilarious. Yeah, times are changing, absolutely, Michael.
Did you
But
get to Did you get to see that clip I sent you a couple hours ago about the 70s?
No, I have not.
It was back there. One that they about halfway through you watched. They're saying stuff like, "When we were kids, we all knew someone that had a cast because of like a broken arm or broken leg, and the parents didn't feel guilty that they got hurt on the playground. It was just part of life."
Tom Anderson. Hello. I do not recognize you. It's funny that you know my first name. So,
Well, he's got a wrench.
does he?
Yeah.
No, I will not be Tom. I don't fly my drones far enough away to put a GPS module on them.
Someone told me if they're under 250, you don't have to worry about it.
I'm not worried about it anyway.
So,
I'll
yeah, I
tell you
hear you.
right now. I believe that is an infringement of my liberty. Yeah, okay. Well, good for you, Tom. Um, I don't care. And I'm old school. I will follow the old school rules that I thought were perfectly fine.
It doesn't matter
Stay
because you're
away from 5 miles away from airfield.
and
Stay
you're off
below
the grid
400 feet.
anyhow.
Stay below 400 feet. And those are the rules I fly by. Okay. Yeah, I know you're just joking. I don't. But I don't care. So I don't care. I think it's an infringement of people's freedom to be tracking their ass when you're below 400 feet. Hey, if you're close to the airport, you should be tracked. As far as I'm concerned.
Just tell them that the drone identifies as being below 400.
It's stupid idiots that have done a lot to screw this hobby up. You know, just because somebody, oh man, drone sounds cool. I guarantee you, most of the people that do the stupid shit that comes out in the headlines or whatever are people that have had a drone for like a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 6 months before they were stupid enough to do something stupid that drew attention to themselves.
Hey, let's fly over the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's just
And that ruins it for everybody.
it's like RT has been around forever, and I see these guys fly fixed wings and stuff, and yeah, they're flying on a sight, but they go further and higher just because they got bigger planes, so they can see them further away. You know, I don't know. It just cracks me up the way to do it. So you see what everybody's doing, and they're going to sub 250 drones, sub 250 grams or lower drones. They don't have to follow any of those damn rules anyway.
That's the reason they made the Maverick Mini exactly 259 grams.
Yep.
Unless you get the bigger battery, I guess, then it goes over.
Yeah, but I mean, really, come on. You put a bigger battery in it and you're over 10, 20 grams. You think some kind of FAA guy is going to be out there with, oh, well, you're 10 grams over what you're supposed to be.
I can just see him weighing
That's
it now.
not happening. You know, you got murders and shit happening all in these cities and stuff. And they're worried about some guy flying a drone a few grams over 250. I don't think so. It's just stupid. The whole thing is stupid. It's just more government bureaucracy to give some people that can't do a real job to give them something to do. That's all it is. I don't know, but thanks, Tom, for bringing that up because it gave me something to rant about for 10 minutes. No, and see, Tom, that stupid shit. Because I don't know. I mean, I've heard of people doing that crap, Tom, and see, those are exactly the people that give uh, drone flyers a bad name, and unless they let him be there, you know. But I'm sure it wasn't because those little Mavic Minis, they're pretty damn compact. I actually thought about getting one at one time just because, not because I wanted to fly it in the middle of a baseball game, but because, oh, there you go, Bob.
It'll fit in your pocket.
And yeah, because it fits in your pocket, and it's pretty sneaky. Although, I mean, while you're using it, every anybody around you gotta realize that you're using it because you got a little screen so you can see what it's doing and all that. So,
Hey, I'll be right back.
okay. So I just I don't know. I'm kind of a shy guy. Not that you would know that by the fact that I do live streams and stuff every now and then, but um, I would never attempt to do that in a baseball stadium or a football stadium for that matter. Just because, I don't know. I have a horrible scratchy throat. But no, I think I heard about that, Tom. So, anyway. So as you can see, I got Alfred in the screen here, cleaning himself. Alfredo Montero. My kitty. That's my kitty, that is. He's a piece of work. So, anyway, I haven't done any real fun lately. If you try to post a link, I didn't see it, Tom, but Bob says you have a wrench, so apparently, I don't know. I pretty much wrench up everybody unless they make a what's the word? Fool themselves. But tomorrow's Monday, just another day for me. Actually, since I no longer work, I am retired, not capable of work. Well, I'm capable of like mowing the grass and shit, but not what I used to do. Let's put it that way. I can see what you're saying. I just got that chat, Tom. I got a horrible scratch in my throat for some reason. Hey, Rat, how you doing, buddy? What's up, Frank? Bob was here. He just probably had to go pee or get another beer or something. Okay. All right, Tom. See you when you get back. Not sure how much longer I'll be here either, but we shall see. It's only been 23 minutes since I went live. So I don't know. I don't know who else is live. Don't have a clue. I didn't check. I never do. When I get the urge, I just go. And whoever shows up, I'm happy to have you here. And there's always a replay, if you did.
Rat's here.
No, I saw him. I said hello.
I just got back. He's ripping balls.
Yeah, well, he's good at that. Rat is very good at ripping balls. He does more ripping than most.
He's a little bit closer to you now. At least I think.
He's a lot closer than he used to be, but it still ain't around the corner. Okay.
All right.
It's like 90 miles away.
Oh, that's quite a long ways.
I've already gone and seen his ass.
I'd be like me going out to Syracuse.
He's like 90 miles away. I'm like, my e-bike will only has a 50-mile, a little over 50-mile range. So if I could go, if I could make it there on a single battery charge, I'd go see his ass, and then I got to spend the night so I could recharge my battery. But I can't make it. It's too far. It's a bridge too far. He's in actually a very cool place of the state. There's a lot of really great springs and rivers.
You're in the
Yeah.
northern part, right?
Uh,
You're in the north, right?
yeah, I'm in the northeast. Rat is further south, and he's in, I don't know a better word to call it. He's not that much further south than I am. He's just more west in the center of the state. I'm in Jacksonville, Rat. So where Rat is he's closer to like the Swanee and the Santa Fe River and stuff like that. So there's all these springs and stuff there. And he's got a couple videos up where he's flown those areas, and it's very cool. Badass. So
I've been seeing
suggest,
I've been seeing a couple in the last week.
I don't remember. I mean, I remember Live Oak. I don't really remember driving through Live Oak or anything like that. I remember when I was a kid, we went to Live Oak specifically because snow was there. Now, snow doesn't happen very often in Florida, okay? But it was going on in Live Oak. So my dad and my mom and us kids drove to freaking Live Oak so we could see some snow.
Was it all pretty?
We just drove through and saw some white flurry shit laying on the ground. That was about it. It's not like you could get out and make snowballs or a snowman or anything. It was it was pretty pathetic, but it was cool for us because we'd never seen white shit laying on the ground before, you know.
Yeah, we just get so much of it up here, we get sick of it. But I can understand where it would look nice.
There were a few times at our house in Jacksonville where it got really cold. So my dad would put out a sprinkler on the palm tree, which would make like an ice castle because it wasn't a tall palm tree. It had fronds that came almost down to the ground. So with the sprinkler on it, it made like an ice castle, and it was
Was
really
that cold?
oh, I look, trust me, it can get really cold in Jacksonville. It just never, when it gets cold enough for shit to freeze, there's no humidity in there. So there's no way it's going to snow. But you put a sprinkler going, and that shit will freeze. So,
Well, that's how they make snow up in the mountains.
yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, because it's cold, but the conditions aren't right for snow, so they make their own damn snow. So I mean, I get it. Um, I'll tell you this though. I get why people go north to see snow, but I mean, you told me you live up there, and you gotta get tired of it.
Yeah,
Ain't it?
I'm above the snow belt. We get too much. But I gotta admit, first thing around November, December, that first snowfall does look nice. Now, if it would just go away the next day, it'd be good.
Yeah, no. Instead, it lays around for days or weeks.
But when you
Or
get like
whatever.
6 inches and 2 days later you get another 7 inches, and then like 4 days later you get another 9 inches, and you run out of places to put it.
So I mean, I can't imagine. I can't relate. I mean, there's times when it's pretty miserable down here too, but it's just heat. So I mean, heat is heat. Make sure you have a fan blowing on you, whatever.
Yeah, we see where I can't stand it. When it gets above 80 here, I'm dying.
Yeah, it's just because you're acclimated to that. That's all. It's like I mowed the yard the other day, and then Rhonda gets home from work. She goes, I don't know how you can mow in this heat. Well, because, and I could go into it with her, but I'm like, I I was an electrician for a lot of years, and a lot of the places we have to go are pretty freaking hot.
Yeah, like the attic.
No, addicts, yeah, addicts suck.
Hey, Michael.
And
Yeah, same here, Mike. It was like
98%
95 for the
7 a.m.
humidity here today.
Yeah, no, 98% humidity is pretty rough, Mike. I must admit. Uh, it's like working in a sauna. 98%. Wow.
No, it was high here today too. Probably still is because the temperature's not bad.
What's the temperature
Oh,
where
we're at
you're at?
95 right now. 69.
Well,
The humidity is 95 and it feels like shit outside.
I remember,
You can feel it when you go outside. It's just like it hits you.
what I always found funny was because even in Florida, believe it or not, I've hooked up steam rooms in Florida. And I checked it out, and I'm like, shit. Well, I spend all this money just get you a ladder, go up the scuttle hole into the attic, and sit up there for 20 minutes. That's a sauna right there, dude. What the hell? I mean, I've been in both, and it feels about the same. Oh, you're able to pour some water and make some steam come up. There's already steam in the frickin' air from the humidity. Maybe not 98% like Mike had, but so anyway, I mean, the heat sucks. Like, I can take it still, but to be doing strenuous activity in it for a prolonged period of time, like you have to do when you're working as an electrician or many other things. Um, you have you don't get to take a break to sit in front of a fan like I do. Like when I mow the yard, I mow the yard, mow like a quarter of it, and then I'll take a break and cool down. Sit on the patio, maybe drink a little beer, and cool off. And then and it's usually when the grass bag, because, well, in the front yard, I bag the grass. And then I use it for mulch and flower beds and stuff. And
That's what I do too. I do like about a quarter of it, then come in, relax, have a beer, go out, do another quarter of it, come
yeah,
in, do a beer, and that's the night. I have to go out the next day to finish. Just
well,
don't, just don't
apparently
stay out there.
that's what us old bastards do, Bob. And
You know, it's so nice. I'm walking through the house and it's a Sunday, and it's like, wow, man, I ain't gotta go to work tomorrow. Awesome, man. Remember Sunday night used to always be the night where you had to get all the shit together for the week, had to get ready, you know. Oh, it's great. Retirement, I highly recommend it.
yeah, no, I'm with you, brother.
It's fucking
Dude,
great.
I I am so lucky that my stroke waited until I was 62, and it took a while to get it, you know. But I'm like, if it happened or a year earlier, I'd have died.
Well, you did it unexpectedly.
Well, of course I did it unexpectedly, but
See, at least I planned mine a little bit,
yeah.
but it still takes a long time.
When I when I first had my stroke, dude, I was ready to die. I thought I was dying. I waited a whole uh, 2 months before I even applied for Social Security because I was expecting to die. But my body said no. I'm not ready to let you go yet.
No, I put in 2 months ahead of time, but they still make you wait
Right.
2 months.
Whereas I was 2 months late, you know.
They make you wait 2 months after your birthday before you get your money.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was. Let me see. I was 6 months after my birthday. So,
Well, yeah, well, see, I planned ahead. Yours was different.
so anyway, when I didn't die, I'm like, well, I can't go back to work. Man, my hands and fingers are still numb. I don't know what to do. My balance is off. I don't want to climb a ladder, go up in the attic or whatever. Especially the crappy job that my boss had us going on. So, like that,
We're
I, I, I can't
jacking
do
up
it.
a
So,
dock and crawling under it.
so anyway, then I did a GoFundMe and started a Social Security thing, and a lot of cool people pitched in and got me through. And so here I am. I am still here. So now part of I got kind of screwed up because now I want to see what happens in 2024. So it's kind of like an impetus to keep on living and do what I can because we live in the greatest nation on earth. I think it's taken a beating over the last few years, but there's nothing wrong with nationalism. There's nothing wrong with being proud of your country and thinking America should be first ahead of anybody else.
And don't worry about bringing cocaine into the White House. It's cool.
Well, uh, I think there's a lot more concerning things than somebody doing some blow at the White House. Um, Shit happens.
Shit happens, I guess.
I'm just saying what I'm saying. I'll tell you what I'm saying. I think the most disturbing part is the cover up part of it. And they've been covering up a lot of shit for a while. At
Since
least the
2008.
Bidens have. Obviously, anybody that knows me at all knows I'm not a fan of Mr. Biden, who will say anything, do anything, and now he doesn't even know what he's saying
He's
to
an
cover up
embarrassment.
bullshit. So, I think he's a corrupt motherfucker. Excuse my language. A corrupt person.
It just shows
His
how many
son
of them are
and his
corrupt.
whole family are corrupt.
And he's got to stop sniffing little girls and babies.
No, I know. It's just
Something wrong with that.
ridiculous. And if there's anybody out there that found Trump obnoxious, and yeah, there were times when Trump did stuff that I thought was cringe worthy, whatever. And I'm like, why would you say that? And so he embarrassed me at times, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm still voting for him. Yeah, yeah. He's from New York. Of course, he can be an asshole. Yeah. No offense, Bob, but I mean that's just something New York the many can be accused of being.
Well, he was from the city.
Oh, an asshole. Yeah, he's been in business all his life and whatever. He just says whatever, and he just lets it spew out of his mouth. And the little candy asses out there, they can't handle it. It's like, don't look at what he says, look at what he does. And they don't get that because they get so offended by what he says, like what he would say in his tweets, on Twitter. Twitter probably got even more trouble than anything.
That whole thing is because he stepped on too many toes.
Well, I mean, and
Tucker Carlson had it right. The first mistake he made was when he told Jeb Bush about how they went into Iran because of weapons of mass destruction, and he
yeah,
knew they weren't there. He knew they didn't exist, and everybody else knew they didn't exist. The whole thing was fake, and that's what got him in trouble.
with who?
with the swamp.
with the Bushes.
Well, with this whole swamp,
Didn't you
because
say? Didn't you
they
say
all
it was
knew there
Jeb
was
Bush?
no weapons of mass destruction there, but they
Yeah,
went
and
to war
yeah,
anyhow.
so that was GW.
The younger one,
Yeah, the younger.
but he said it to
Or
Judd.
the
He
younger.
said it to Judd during the primaries.
So they were trying to say that the Bushes knew it all along. They just wanted to do the war thing.
Everybody in the White House knew it.
Wow, that's interesting.
You didn't see? I'll have to try and find that and send it to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not disputing that.
I miss watching Tucker every night.
The Bushes and the Cheneys, they are all part of the vast military complex.
Well,
And
not
I'm
them, but
afraid,
Hillary and Obama, they all knew it.
yes, absolutely. And I'm afraid they
And you
might
ask
have.
Hillary, what's Hillary say? Well, what's it matter now? Well, what difference
I'm
does it make?
I'm afraid they might have their fingers in on Ron DeSantis. We
It's hard to tell what's going on.
know we know they won't have their fingers in on Donald J. Trump.
No, because he don't care. He's
And
old.
they
He's not going to be around. He don't care. He's just going to do what's right. He doesn't even take a fucking paycheck for being president.
I mean I'd love to say that I think he could be get a second term. I just don't know if the I call it, well, other people call it too, the TDS, Trump derangement syndrome.
That's the only thing I'd be afraid of. That's why I'd rather have DeSantis.
You know who I think is pretty cool? I like the way he talks. Is Vivek Ramaswamy.
I didn't get a chance to watch that.
Just, I mean, if you listen to this guy, I like what he's saying. I don't know if I don't see any possibility of him getting uh, being president in 2020 or being elected president in 2024. But he's smart as crap. He is very smart, and what he says makes a lot of sense. He could be a vice presidential pick, so. And I don't know.
What are you doing?
And I gotta believe that some of the people that are running for president
Mary there now.
are actually just hoping that they'll be picked for a vice presidential as a running mate.
Yeah, I'll vote for Ed.
So so far, Trump is predicted to be the Republican nominee.
Who's gonna run on the Democrat side?
I don't know. There's a lot. The money is that Biden's not running in
No,
2024,
I doubt it. You might
and
be
there's
lucky if he
a
lasts
lot of
till the end of
people
the year.
saying it's going to be Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, and if he wins, we're all in trouble.
I'm just well, if you had to pick between Gavin Newsom and Kamala Harris, who would you pick?
He's smarter than her, but he'll just
Well,
both
that
face lie to us.
being smarter than her isn't necessarily a high bar to cross. You know.
Yeah. Sparky might be having a few IQ points higher than her.
Oh my God. So I don't know. I just
I would I would hope that they'd have enough sense to go with that Kennedy guy instead.
I like Kennedy. He's kind of on the fringe in some ways, and it's been a long time since I liked a Democrat. I mean, the favorite Democrat, and my whole family was Democrat. Um, JFK was kicked ass. JFK was awesome. So somebody JFK was delving too much into the deep state himself, and that's why he was freaking killed, assassinated by Lee Harvey Oswald, but the CIA was definitely involved. And there's a lot of things that point to that. And in fact, why I can't say his name, I don't know. Lee Harvey Oswald is mind control. The government is trying to keep me from telling you the truth. Was a CIA operative in Russia. So there's a lot of background behind Mr. Oswald.
And if you don't think it's possible, just think about the FBI nowadays.
Exactly. I mean, well, the FBI, the CIA, I mean, they've definitely had their ups and downs. Look at FBI under what was it, the Hoover administration?
That's
The
what started
leader,
it.
J. Edgar Hoover. And they were doing all the communist, where they were looking at all the actors in Hollywood about being communist uh, sympathizers and stuff like that. So there have been many times when the CIA and the FBI have been weaponized against the American people. And not that some of that isn't important. Yeah, we get spies and assholes in here, I'm sure. Just like I'm sure we send people into other countries to be what they would consider spies and assholes as well. So it's kind of weird, you know. It all depends upon which side of the street you're on, I guess. You think about it. What do you think about that? It's hard
I'm
to
not,
know. I
I'm
mean,
not a
it's
big
hard to
fan of
know.
the FBI nowadays.
It's just with the FBI in particular, the CIA is kind of a different thing. But when you see the FBI specifically going after some people and then completely ignoring other, that's why the FBI, and the IRS whistleblowers have come out because they're like saying this ain't right. This just is not right.
Trump has documents, and oh my God, he's got the secret nuclear codes. He's going to give it to the Russians. Biden wasn't even president. He had secret documents in the trunk of his car, and his crackhead kid was driving around town in it. But that's okay.
I just, what you were just saying make me think of that weasel faced guy from California, Adam Shiftface.
Ah, the shift, yeah.
And I mean, you look at that guy, and it's like he looks like a weasel, talks like a weasel. It must be a weasel. And that's what he is. I mean, I just.
That's just it. They proved that the Hillary dossier was bought and paid for, but they forget about it.
And by the way, Michael, I'm going to be vice president. I'm just not sure who my running mate is yet.
Biden can threaten Ukraine with our money if they don't fire someone. But if Trump makes a phone call to Ukraine, they try and impeach him.
Yeah.
It's like a guy trying to win a swim contest against women. It's just not right.
Oh, I need a napkin so I can blow my nose. So I don't know. I don't know what the current state of affairs are in the world. Hasn't changed much over the last few days. I haven't seen a bright, blinding light from the nuclear strike yet, so I guess that's a good thing.
Well, we're putting boots on the grounds over there now. They sent 3,000 troops.
They called up 3,000 reservists.
And you know how that starts. 3,000 today, and then next week we need to send 10,000 more. And then a week later.
All right, supposedly it's a rotation. And these guys are in the reserve because they get paid money to be in the reserve. So if they opt to get a certain amount of money each month to be participating in the reserves, I'm just of the point of view that they signed up for that. So there you go.
I'm not saying about that. It's that they're sending them overseas.
No, I know, but supposedly that's the route. I understand your concern. I get that.
As far as being in the reserve, yeah, you signed up for it. Yeah, expect it.
Well, you've been getting paid money to be a part of the reserve.
Well, with today's army, Ed, they might already have some kind of transsexual dancing gig lined up.
Well, I mean, I have seen movies where, but again, it was a movie, so who the hell knows? But we've called you back to active duty.
I think they can. I'm not sure.
I thought I retired from this shit. What do you mean you're reacting? reactivating me. No, that's not how this works. That's not what I signed up for. But the way I understood it was reservists that they get paid money to hang around, so to speak.
to be on call.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's kind of the way it works. So
Well,
I don't know. I don't know the answer. I have never been in the military. My brother was in the military.
yeah, well, the military ain't the same nowadays.
Well, my brother's been out of the military for a while too, so he doesn't know anything about today's military either. Just put it that way. But
You know,
anyway,
you're not gonna call a medic because you chipped your fingernail.
do
Oh,
what?
you're not gonna call the medic because you chipped your fingernail paint. You know, that's just not gonna cut it.
So
You do know that the army tried to go woke.
the what?
The army did try and go woke.
Oh, I know. That's why the recruiting numbers are way. All the only branch of the military that hasn't dropped as far as enlistment goes, and they could be down too. But from what I understand, it's the Marines Be- because the
That's right.
Marines
That's the
ain't
hardest.
going. They're if they've gone any kind of woke, it is nothing like the other branches of the military have gone. Because
I would hope not.
because the Marines are like they're like
I got
so.
I
And
got two sisters.
I'm not going to get into the whole Army versus Marines thing because there's some badass Green Berets out there and stuff too. But that's I guarantee you that has a lot to do with why the Army isn't getting people to be Green Berets and stuff like that because the Army has gone a lot more woke than the Marines would ever go.
Don't
I'm
they
saying,
have a doesn't the army have a general that dresses up as a woman?
okay, I'm not sure what the hell is her name.
Is it the
It
army?
can't be no, it can't be Army because you're talking about Rachel Levine.
I don't know.
But
Yeah, he dresses as a woman.
yeah, but it's a Navy uniform, so it's not
All right,
Army.
all right.
So, but yeah, his name, his name. I'm misgendering his ass. Is Richard Levine, and now he dresses as a woman and prefers to be called Rachel.
The same name as like Mark Levin. Oh, I feel
I
sorry
think
for Mark.
so. I no, it has an E on the end.
Good. I hope so for Mark's sake.
No, I didn't say Mark. It's,
I love that guy.
oh yes, I do too. Mark Levin is a very intelligent man.
Get off the phone, dummy.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Get off the phone, you big dope. So he's awesome with that.
I miss him on the radio. I used to listen to him all the time at work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was on the radio.
Oh yeah, he used to always be on the radio at night.
Well, Hey, Mike, I remember the "Don't Ask, Don't Tell" crap back from Bill Clinton.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad. Don't ask, don't tell.
No, I mean that sounded like that was fun. It was like that's fine. And look, dude,
Oh,
I've said this forever, and I don't I'm not talking about the military now. I'm just talking about in general. I don't give a crap what you do in the privacy of your bedroom. Just don't try and be trying to do that crap around kids. I don't want to see it. Nobody wants to see it. Otherwise, we don't care. It's your personal business what you do in the bedroom. But once you start messing with kids, it's over with. Uh, Now you're just evil. So,
let me give you a perfect example. Pee Wee Herman. What was it, 20, 30 years ago? He lost his whole career because he was caught in an adult theater. Nowadays, they'd be praising that. You
yeah.
remember Pee Wee Herman?
Well, I mean, oh, yeah, 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 I know.
And he had a good career. He was making good money, probably.
Well, he was in a private. He was not in a private place, but he was an adult. He was in an adult place,
Yeah. And he didn't look like Pee Wee Herman. He
and
had long hair
now
and
you
everything.
have these gay pride things where these guys are riding around on bicycles with no clothes on, all their junk hanging out in front of kids. I mean, that's just ridiculous. And no, you're right, Mike. There should be
No
no.
special privileges. No, they
You're
want you to bend
not.
over backwards now for him.
I mean, you might, if you want, you and another guy want to get together and do something but you don't do that stuff in public, and you damn sure don't do it in front of kids. So,
Now, Mike, I don't think they ever said anything about him having sex. I think it's just that they caught him there. Some reporter. Well, what was the reporter doing there anyhow?
yeah. Well, what's he reporting on?
I just think the guy was funny. That was all. And he lost his whole career over that. All right, Mike. So that's what he was caught for. I mean,
Yeah, but
not really that
yeah,
bad.
no, he was caught wanking his meat. Okay, but he was in an adult theater. Okay, he didn't have a little kid with him or anything like that. He was there by himself.
Yeah, public
And there might have
display.
been, for all we know, there were 10 or 20 other guys in that theater wanking their stuff too. Yeah, public display. It was you. It was in an adult play. I don't know. I guess you're not supposed to whack off
Yeah,
in an
but
adult.
nowadays they have men dressed as women dancing
I
in
mean,
front
it is
of
kind of
kindergarten
disgusting when you
kids.
think about it.
He's not
Did he
dancing in
bring
front of kindergarten
napkins?
kids, and he's not at the White House dancing around.
The public display. Okay, I get it. Although that being called public, I kind of no, yeah, and I would never think to, Mike. So I kind of get it. I kind of get it. I mean, I would. Not that I would freak. I've certainly gone to a strip club or two, and I would be freaking out if I saw people jacking off in there. You're right. Perfectly common sense words, Mike. Absolutely. I am in complete agreement with what you've been saying.
I
I
was
just
just I was just saying he got a raw deal for what people get away with.
compared to what goes on today, that is just not even looked at. Yes, I'll give you that, Bob. You're absolutely correct. So, I actually, I must admit, I have watched a few segments of uh, shows of Pee Wee's Playhouse. I must have been doing it with one of my nephews or something because there's no way I would
I gotta get
subject.
it there. Yeah, those shows were funny.
Oh my goodness, I need another beer. I am grabbing another beer. I don't know how well this. No, that's not what you wanted to do. God darn it. I do the stupidest thing sometimes. Wow, that's crazy. I don't know how crazy that is. I don't like the pants sagging too much. I think it's disgusting that somebody purposely shows off their butt just covered with underwear versus pants. I love it when the people with the saggy pants commit crimes and then they trip over their pants when they're trying to run away. I think it's crazy. All right, I gotta go get a beer. So I hit the wrong button, so I'm gonna do this.
She's looking for you.
I have to pee and I need a beer, so I'll be right back.
Oh,
So I just put this video
yeah,
up
I'm
here.
back. I was gonna say it's awful quiet. Ed must have went the same time I
Okay.
went.
I'm getting ready to.
Wow,
And I
that's
shouldn't
great,
have done
Mike. I don't know how those guys can walk with those pants hanging down like that.
that.
Yeah, I know. What if they ever had to take off and run? They're only going to make it like 10 feet. Well, I'll wait for Ed to come back. I try and entertain you, but I think Mike's the only one here. Well, I don't even know if he's there. I see them around now and then. It's just like I don't even know how they walk. It just seems that like everything's going to hell in a handbasket. I'm sure glad I don't live someplace like San Francisco though. From what I see on the news, man, that's just like a free for all. Imagine being able to walk into a store and just picking up anything you want and walking out without paying for it. As long as it's under $1,000, no one's going to stop you. No one's going to arrest you. Who wouldn't do it? I know I probably would. Oh yeah, I know, I know. It's like, especially tell me if you were like 17, 18 years old, when you just go take what you wanted, it's like stupid. They're going to find out that everybody's just going to move out of California. Who's going to have a store where you have thousands of dollars worth of loss every day?
What are you talking about?
How you can go in like San Francisco and walk into a store and steal something as long as it's under $1,000.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I mean, if you were a kid, wouldn't you do it?
Hell, that they. All right. When I was a teenager, like I don't know, nine, 9 to 15 in that area, I I did my share of shoplifting, but it was
Yeah.
like paperback books. There was this one minute market that we used to always hang out at, and the clerks, one, my favorite was Irma. She was an older lady, you know. She's kind of frail and skinny, but she liked us. And we hung out there all the time. And yes, we stole some candy here and there, you know. But she liked us hanging out
Have a
there
good
because
night, Mike.
she knew she was less likely to get robbed because we were hanging out there. We were witnesses. We were like her security guards, and us taking pieces of candy and stuff like that was like paying us to be security guards in a way. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? I, I'm just saying. You know, I guess you could call that a protection racket, but I mean, you know, but yeah, the fact of these people running out and taking thousands of, well, up to $1,000 worth of stuff. I can't even imagine thinking.
Why would you keep a store open?
Oh, I wouldn't. Hell no. The first time I have, you know, they talk about, oh, well, you know, you got insurance. Bullshit. Your insurance is probably through the roof to cover stuff like that, you know.
I mean, I don't know who in their right mind would think it's okay to make a law like that.
All right, Mike. Thanks for coming in. I was gonna I'm ready for a cigarette myself. You know, I
Yep.
went to get my beer and I got lost. And that's why, so I appreciate you keeping up the conversation. Because when I got back in the room, Bob, you were talking, so that's good.
I didn't do good, but I was trying.
Well, I mean, I sounded like you had. That's why when I got back, I was like, "What are you talking about, Bob?" Just because it sounded like you were doing good. So as usual, I appreciate you being here in here to help me along through the hard
Well,
spot.
I'm mad
So
as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore.
there you go.
Remember that?
Us old
They
bastards
threw the
have to
TV out
keep
the
up the
window.
fight. We have to keep up the fight. So thanks to everybody that was here. Um, Mike, your last one here apparently. So other than Bob and I. So I'm going to hit the button, Harry, and appreciate it.